Hey, thanks for watching. This week is our second post on design thinking and how design leads by helping users know exactly what they can or cannot do in the applications we build. A few years ago, I took my wife and kids to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I'm sure you can relate to that busy holiday season in any metro area. Parking was all jacked up and it was hard to find. I spent probably 20 minutes trying to find something reasonable, and then it was getting closer to the concert start time. But then jackpot! I spotted a side street just a short walk from the venue. There were no meters, no signs, just a wide open space that practically invited me to park there. So I did. And the concert was amazing. Kids were all thrilled. We came out beaming with that holiday spirit until we noticed something missing: the car. As it turns out, I had parked in a construction zone. The signs were there, but they were tucked away, out of sight and miles from obvious. So my very convenient parking spot afforded me the most expensive parking around. So what does this have to do with software design? Everything. We see it all the time. Project managers buried in spreadsheets, hopping across tabs like Olympic athletes just trying to track a job. The tools they use allow them to do anything, but they tell them nothing. And that leads to costly missteps. Not because the team isn't smart, they are, but because the design didn't do its job. In his book, The Design of Everyday Things, Don Norman gives us two key ideas that could have saved my car and might just save your next software rollout. The first are affordances. An affordance is a clue. It's a button that says press here, a slider that says adjust here, or a dial that says turn up or down. In software, affordances might be a clearly labeled button that indicates a single action, a form with clearly marked input fields where the user is expected to enter data, or a field that only allows one kind of data to be entered. Affordances guide behavior without lectures or manuals. When people instinctively know what to do, they make fewer mistakes and need less training to get going. Your tools should be like that friend who always knows the plan and keeps things moving, and affordances make that happen. The counterpart to affordances are constraints. The gentle guardrails that say, don't go there. They're not to restrict, but rather to protect. For example, you can't enter a ship date that precedes a job completion date. You can't submit an invoice until it's approved. And you can't delete data unless you're the manager. Constraints prevent errors before they happen. They keep your data clean and your team confident. Design isn't about letting people do everything. It's about helping them do the right thing. So why does this matter to business leaders? You don't need to know design lingo to benefit from it, but you do need to care about it because it reduces training time. It lowers your risk. It increases the consistency of your data, and it helps users get more out of the software you paid for. Design isn't a nice to have. It's a silent partner that can multiply your return on investment. Because when your tools don't guide people, guess what happens? They park somewhere they shouldn't, and it gets expensive. Next week, we'll talk about visibility and feedback in the software, and why users don't take full advantage of the software tools they have at their disposal. And finally, if you find this content useful, like the video, and make sure to follow us to get notified of new content. We'll see you next week.